Hello. All right, we're back again with another Dark Souls drawing stream, painting stream. Um, so today I think I'm gonna continue working on that arm. So this is a layer that I added after the stream yesterday, just to help separate the night from the background. Um, it'll probably be something like this in the final. It's not finished yet, but as you can see, it's kind of like black and yellow and whatever, and the layer is set to screen, so the black is basically just saying like don't do anything here, and the lighter stuff is what's affecting. What is this? So this is what I kind of my plan of attack for today that I outlined yesterday. So I want to work on the pommel, the elbow area, and then maybe start on the shoulder pauldron. So alright, let's get going. And I gotta bring up my art pick and zoom in. Alright, cool. Oh shit, I don't have my wrist brace on. Guess I don't need it. I can just use this thing today. But yeah, this is what this looks like without the wrist brace on. Basically just like a glove that covers the pinky. It's kind of falling apart actually, but it works alright. I might need to sew one of the seams fairly soon. Ah, hidden layer. Thank you, Procreate. The fuck brush amazing. Might need to adjust these like curves for pressure because it feels weird. Preferences, pressure curve. So I think I want this one. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. What's happening? I basically just want this like full pressure to be softer. Alright, let's see what that's like. I think that should work for now anyway. That feels a little bit better. Alright. I never like zoom in enough initially, and I always have to zoom in again. I'm noticing that this like inner circle area is a little bit bigger than I had it initially. gonna have a really busy couple of days for the next few. Can't really say why. Part of it is that I'm going to Death Valley this weekend, which takes time away from other stuff that I need to do. But we're going to see this super bloom, which should be pretty cool. I guess it only happens like once every decade or so it's pretty rare. And this is already sort of past the prime of it, but it should still be pretty. We might go like check out a ghost town or something, which seems like it'll be really fun. So this pommel's actually a little bit thicker than I have it. Actually, I think it might be a little bit darker too, and then I need to add some blue into it. Maybe one of those days. Picking up color is a pain in the ass. Why you gotta do me like this, Procreate? Just give me a damn button to do it. I'll be a happy man. Like seriously, if it's like one, like just above these two sliders, I could just tap it. That would be fucking sick. Still feels like I have to push a little too hard. I think this pencil wants you to like break the screen in half, so you have to buy another one. really need to learn how to like apply detail where necessary after this drawing. Like the point of this one was kind of over overblow the detail and just have detail everywhere, but like when I'm actually doing this for like personal art stuff, like being able to selectively choose where details should go is really what I should be doing. I think that takes a bit of learning to figure out how to do. I think by default, it just feels like, oh, if I add detail everywhere, then that'd be more accurate. But like if you think about like how camera lenses work or how your eye works, you're not focusing on everything all the time. You're selecting like what to look at. Yeah, straight line. Oh, that's not where I want it to be. God, doing stuff like this, it's like geometrically strict straight lines. Very difficult. Not a huge fan of this type of stuff. Like at least with bricks, I could kind of have them wobble and make them look old, but with the sword, it's supposed to be very polished and consistent. This front line is actually much too dark. I basically just have to get rid of it, this whole front, like, dark line. I can't remember what they're called. These, like, little grooves in the middle of swords. I watch a lot of Man at Arms, which is like a YouTube series where they build like swords from games and TV and stuff, movies. And they're always talking about those are, I think they begin with an F. Not sure what they're. I'm just gonna be sitting here quietly trying to think of what they're called. Fuller? A fuller? I think it's something like that. So I don't know if I mentioned this. I bought my ticket for a business trip to Nashville, but it's on the same day that Dark Souls 3 comes out. So I'm really, really hoping that the new PlayStation system software comes out that is going to enable, what's it called? It enables, like, shit, why am I having trouble thinking of fucking words? It's not share play, remote play. That's it. It lets you remote play from your like Mac or PC. And I've remote played before from like the Vita, and it works. But the thing about remote playing from Vita is that you don't have the same number of buttons. So if when you're remote playing from the Mac, you can just use a DualShock 4, that would be fucking tits. Super tits. I think like I just need to keep going down this side and kind of widen this like back side of the sword. The sword kind of has like a taper towards the tip, so as it gets closer to the hilt, it should be slightly thicker. Like it's a really, really slight triangle almost. I feel like I can draw these lines straighter if I do it up and down for some reason. Alright. There is like a little bit of like wear on the blade. I don't know if I want to do that quite yet. There's like just, I guess I might as well start it anyway. Alright, I think that looks pretty accurate. And now like seeing these like leather pouches in the background, I really want to go in and start fixing those, but I think those will have to wait. I want to work on this arm Because that's the shit that I circled yesterday. See? Alright, I probably can delete that layer. Alright, actually, I want to pour myself some more tea. 1 second. Thought I brought it. Here we go. Tonight's drink is brought to you by Golden Oolong Tea. So good. Alright. So Dark Souls 3 came out today in Japan, which made me kind of want to start a Japanese PSN account and get it, but it was talked down. It's probably good. That's a waste of money to buy it twice. I think I need to make some brushes that are more opaque. Because all of my brushes are pressure sensitive on the opacity and not on the like brush size. I think I need some more like that though. I just find myself needing something where like a variance in size would be more beneficial than a variance in how much stuff I'm putting down. I'll have to mess with my brushes at some point after one of these streams. This shit's the wrong angle. Hello, how's it going? Alright, I think I'm gonna start on this fucking chainmail. Chainmail, you suck. Alright, before I do that, let me put down some stuff here so I know that this is not chainmail. I'm not looking forward to chainmail, man. This goes all the way down. What's really cool? Alright, zooming in. Get a YouTube comment. Which I immediately dismiss. Fuck you, YouTube. I'm all about Twitch right now. Can't you see that? I'm just kind of doing some, I don't know, like scribble doodling on this to give it some amount of structure so I know I have a couple of like waypoints that I can refer back to when I'm doing the chainmail stuff just to see like where about I need to be. And I think it might be better if I just fill this with dark and then bring out the rings on top of it. And this shape is more like that, so I can delete this down here. Alright, got a good base. When I'm adding value to this now, I need to make sure that I stay in this color range. Because while against the dark, the chainmail looks pretty visible. It's still pretty dark in comparison to other stuff. So that'll be something I need to remember. I want this actually pretty opaque. This is a little bit bluer than I want. Alright. That's better. So I'm not going to be doing like full detail on this, but I want to indicate the rings. And then I can go in afterwards and add more like highlights and things. Because there will be a lot of highlights on these. They're all metal, obviously. Or else they wouldn't be very good chainmail. Right now I'm just kind of going in, given the general shape. Up here I'm going to make my brush a little bit smaller. These are kind of receding. A little bit too big. And I actually did some chainmail over somewhere else. I think it might have been the other arm actually. But that I ended up just doing like like a really garbage job. Like this stuff's pretty good, but like up here, it's just like really, really general and not very detailed. So I'm gonna need to go in at some point and detail that quite a bit more. I'm very, very excited for this upcoming season of Game of Thrones. It's so, so soon at this point. Buddy of mine at work just bought all of the books and is going to be like reading them before the season starts. I can't imagine that he's going to get through all of them. There's not all that much time, but this season's going to be crazy because I think it's basically caught up already with where the books were. Anything from here on is going to be like basically new stuff. George R. R. Martin is taking his sweet time with the book, so I guess he had to do like an outline for the show so they can at least continue going. But I think this year's Game of Thrones is going to be like really, really good. Really, really good. Hello, Gadsden. Oh, goodbye, Gadsden. Scared him off. Shit. I gotta stop doing that. Every time I get someone in chat, I'm like, hey, you. The fuck are you doing here? Gadsden. What kind of name is Gadsden anyway? Oh, sorry, I wanted your views. Please like, comment, subscribe. Doing like a radio playlist right now, and I'm not super feeling it. I want to listen to an album that I know. All right. Okay, so time to add some detail. So I'm gonna do these ones that are above with highlights. And I think I'm gonna do the ones below with shadows. Mostly. And that's not gonna be on every one of them, but I'll kind of think about how this should be folding, kind of bunching up where he's bending his arm. I'm kind of getting some of these. I don't want them to be too symmetrical or too similar. Something like this might not be getting as much. Maybe like this one sticking out a little bit more. And then all of the ones in the screenshot at this bottom edge are getting a little bit lighter. I'm just gonna kind of do maybe not that heavy. Do like a little wash over them. There's not really a ton of like specific light sources down here. It's just kind of like reflected light, I think. So many of these down here don't have like specular stuff. It's just kind of like a general hint at it being a little bit lighter. Something like that. Maybe a little bit more on this one. Yeah. That's all right. And then a lot of the ones in the middle here kind of have additional. I think that is because like the arm's bending and it's kind of poking out a bit. It's like chainmail is basically like circles that interlock like this. So where it's really bent, two circles could kind of be like both showing their edge, and I think that's kind of what's happening towards this center area. This is like a fucking video game screenshot, so it's probably not reacting as normal chainmail would. Um, we can improve on the screenshot here. God, this Apple Pencil is so fucking slippery. Can't wait for that like sleeve thing that I got that's gonna add the magnet onto it too. Alright, I think that's probably good for the chainmail. Like, I don't need super, super detail on it. And I can, like, clean up this, like, elbow pad thing. And I'm not sure if, like, this clipping is, like, what the armor would actually be doing, or if this is doing this because it's a screenshot again. Oh, thanks for the sub. Or the, not sub, whatever the fuck it's called. Follow? Paladin Mike. I like your name. This whole fucking thing is at the wrong angle, so I will fix that. Maybe one of the reasons I'm having trouble getting things like fully opaque is I always have this bottom slider like way low, which is the opacity. Something that I've noticed on that Cynics guy that I've been watching on YouTube is he does a lot of like very opaque layers of color, and he just like does like minor value changes in the actual like color palette, which ends up with like a really cool like chunky look. I might try some stuff like that at some point. Not in this drawing, because I think it needs more subtlety, but like when I'm starting to develop my personal style later in the year, I want to do that. That guy follow me, then peace out? Like, yeah, this cool. Adios. Yeah, I have another subscriber. Weird. Well, thanks for the subscribe. Maybe next time you watch the fucking stream. I'm just kidding. All this stuff's archived on YouTube. It doesn't matter if you watch it now or there later. I think I've mentioned this before, but like me doing this isn't really about getting followers or anything anyway. It's mostly just accountability for me actually doing this daily drawing that I've committed to for myself. Because like if I didn't stream, I probably would be like, well, I could skip one day. Like no one's gonna know. But the fact that I'm streaming means that I gotta be here. Someone comes looking for me. They know I'll be here. Here a day. So when I go to Nashville, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to stream there. Hopefully I will. I'm gonna take the same laptop that I'm using to stream. I probably won't have an additional TV in my room, but I'll most likely have the laptop. So I might do just like a silent stream where I don't talk, but I can just get on and draw. Because I don't want my coworkers to just hear me in a room talking by myself for an hour plus. That's weird. They know I'm weird, but I don't want them to think I'm like creepy Twitch streamer. Alright, I think that looks better. Guess let's work on this belt. This like strap thing. Like straps are pretty interesting because you have to think about like how the buckle is functioning. So like for this one, and it's way too thick. I need something more like that maybe. But this and this is basically part of a square buckle. And if you think about it like your belt, you have the strap that comes through, and then you'd have a bunch of holes, and you have this arm that goes through one of the holes and then sits on top of this crossbar. So all of this stuff here it's too big. All this stuff is part of the belt. I don't know, this angle is fucked up. Leave me alone, I'll fix it. I'll fix it eventually. This actually like looks like the buckle might be bent or something. Or it's getting like a really weird shadow because it doesn't continue like you'd expect. I guess just render what we see. So this belt actually has a buckle stay, or a, I don't know what they're actually called, a belt stay, I guess. So it's actually holding the excess back a little bit more. Like I had it just kind of flopping down too much. Um, woo. All right. Why isn't it? Sometimes it just like refuses to pick up color, and it is infuriating. Why'd that guy that said this was really cool not subscribe? I keep saying subscribe, but I mean follow. I'm not I don't have enough followers to have people subscribe. Maybe someday. Subscribing is cool though, because like if I did ever get enough followers, I'd be able to do like custom emotes and stuff. So I could make an emote for like accidentally using a giant brush like that. That'd be a pretty awesome emote, I think. I could play off the Bob Ross thing where people would be watching the stream and start saying like ruined and like wait a couple minutes and then saved. I could make like a ruined emote. That'll be fun someday if this shit ever catches on. Not that it will, and not that I'm expecting it to. Quit nagging me. For music right now, I'm actually listening to Meg and Dia, which I learned about when I used to watch The Voice. There was a girl or a woman singer on there named Dia Frampton. Shouldn't say girl, she was a grown ass woman. I'm sorry about that. But there was a woman on there named Dia Frampton, and she was very pretty and very talented. And I like her old band that she was in with her sister. Um, I don't really watch The Voice anymore, but I used to like watching it. Kind of just like lightweight reality TV. Kind of chill out and watch it, you know. Singing's cool. Singing's cool and all. I don't know. I just kind of fell out of watching that show. There's too much other stuff to watch. I watch a lot more anime now, which I'm into. Ooh. I think they're called belt stays. Is that what I settled on before? I think they're called belt stays. That sounds right to me now. Too big. See, that would be a great point for an emoji. Emote, I meant, not emoji. Jesus, words today. Excuse me. I just burped on stream. I was telling Liz the other day that I'm proud of myself for not having farted on stream yet. You know, it's only a matter of time before that happens. Going for an hour at a time, 2 hours at a time. There's gonna be a point. I'd like to warn you right here, right now. The best part is that it will be preserved for the ages for everyone to enjoy. You can tell your kids about it and watch the VOD. It will truly be the fart that shook the world. Why did I say that? That's terrible. Shit. I think that's like tonight was the second time someone entered the stream and subscribed, followed. Fuck. I need to get this terminology correct. That's pretty cool. I'm glad they didn't just like start throwing up or something because it was so terrible to look at. Like, oh, look at all those bricks. Alright, so I need to add some fucking shading on this thing. I'm gonna flip off the whole art community and start with highlights. You're always supposed to start with shadows. I say, care. Feel like doing highlights. Eat a butt. Wiz is done drawing. I don't remember what time I started. Shit. This I've been going for over an hour, so I guess I could stop pretty soon too. I'll finish up this little thing. Buckle. Alright, this is not finished, but I'm going to call it quits for today, I think. I'll finish that part up tomorrow. I think it's pretty good. Still need to do the shoulder pad. I still want to add more detail to some of these like leather bits. But overall, it's starting to come together in that arm. This arm is a fucking pain in the ass, by the way. But that's it for tonight's stream. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the follower. I don't remember his name now. Actually, maybe be able to pull it up. Dashboard? Paladin Mike. Thank you for following Paladin Mike. And I'll be back tomorrow with another stream. Thanks for watching.